Feature, CRUISIN. Exterior Council Estate, night. East London, summertime. We see a drug dealer, Big H, 20s, smoking a cigarette as he waits by the pavement. He checks his phone. Nothing. He glances passing cars. Nothing. We hear the sound of a car's sound system getting closer. Big H walks towards the stopping car and climbs in. Interior, parked car, continuous. In the driver's seat is a drug dealer, Tuckman, 20s. Tuckman smiles, greets Big H with a fist bump, turns up the music, hits the accelerator and drives off. Exterior, moving car, a few moments later. We take the perspective of the car as it drives through the London streets. Through the windscreen, we see Big H and Tuckman laughing and sharing a joint. Interior, moving car, continuous.
Really?
Bruv, insane.
Serious?
Tits out to ear.
Yeah?
Her ass? Munchable. Edible. Fucking incredible.
What we saying?
20, 21 at most.
Tight?
Bruv, so tight. Real fucking tight. You get me?
Yeah.
Bruv, she was begging me to get down and dirty on her. Kingfish, a waterproof mattress.
For real?
For sure.
You tripping?
Bruv, she was dripping.
You bang that?
Well, listen to this. It's 2 a.m. My phone rings. I answer it.
Suddenly, Tuckman screams at the car cutting him up.
Oi! Move yourself!
Oi, move!
Tuckman slams his hand on the car horn. Honk, honk, honk.
Bruv, move!
Bruv!
Bruv! Get out the way!
The car in front indicates and pulls over. Tuckman and Big H lean forward with fierce eyes, ready to crucify this incompetent driver. Their aggressive looks drop when they discover an old lady, 70s, behind the wheel.
Thank you, dear.
She raises her middle finger. Both men burst into laughter. Tuckman keeps the car moving, passing pedestrians and other cars as they cruise.
Right.
It's 2 a.m. My phone rings. I answer it. I'm like, babe, what's going on? She's like, oh, Tuckman, I need you. I miss you. I want to see you.
She said that.
Dripping, bruv.
Is it love?
Bruv, I'm going to describe to you what love really is. So brace yourself for some teen man education. So I said, babe, it's 2 a.m. What you saying? Please, Tuckman, please come and see me. Babe, I'm in my pajamas. I'm chilling. I'm lonely. I'm cold wearing no clothes. I'm just shaved.
That's love.
Just wait.
Waiting on the pavement is Hanna, 20s, dressed to impress. Tuckman lowers his window as he brings the car to a stop.
There she is. Hanna, what the fucking fuck is going on?
I don't fucking know. Do you know?
I don't fucking know.
Nobody knows. What's happening?
Before Hanna can speak, Big H interjects.
Tuckman, don't serve her.
She's a loyal customer.
It's Saturday night.
Not every night.
It's my sister's birthday.
It's her sister's birthday.
Sister's birthday, cousins yesterday, brothers on Thursday.
Yeah, that's the point.
You should go home.
And what if I don't? Are you going to stop me?
Big H shakes his head.
Make sure it's on point this time.
I'm always on point.
You weren't last night.
Be careful now. This is strong stuff.
They quickly exchange cash for a Coke wrap. Tuckman passes the cash to Big H.
Don't spend it all at once.
Don't snort it all at once.
Tuckman rolls up his window. From inside the car, we see Hanna snorting her Coke.
So I said, babe, where's your fiancé? And guess what she said?
He's still at work.
I hopped in the car, hit the pedal to the metal, kept it under 30 and cruised.
Just cruise.
Oh yeah.
All night.
I knocked on her door. She's up. She answers, wearing what?
Nothing?
Wearing a fucking E.T. shirt.
For real?
Eat! I'm talking iconic Spielberg bicycle flying across the moon shit.
Damn, that's sexy.
I push her up against the wall. We're kissing, we're stroking, she's stumbling, and like a boss, I managed to take off my Spider-Man onesie.
Zoom.
We're nailing. Proper, she's screaming. I'm staring at the bird's E.T. t-shirt like, babe, I fucking love you. She responds by putting her finger in my ass.
Oh yeah?
I love it.
For real.
Tuckman smiles.
Fuck that.
Smash cut to interior chicken shop a few moments later. Ding! The door opens. Tuckman and Big H breeze into the shop, gliding towards the counter. The shop server, 20s, waits to take their order.
I'm going flat out. 0 to 60. I'm traveling at light speed. She's coming. I'm coming. She's screaming. I'm pumping. I finish. We lay there, chilling, cuddling, smooching. Then the front door bursts open.
Her fella?
I jump up, hide in the wardrobe. She throws in my clothes, buries me under dirty washing. And I wait.
For what?
One moment. What's happening? Long time.
The three lads fist bump each other.
Busy night?
We're just getting started. You looking? Got a nice bit.
Not tonight. What can I get you?
Exterior streets a few moments later. Tuckman and Big H casually stroll back towards their car, munching their food.
Then what?
I look through the cracks in the wardrobe. A fella's pacing. He's knackered. Been grafting. They're chatting. They're yatting. They're chatting. They're yakking. He says, babe, I'm gonna jump in the shower. And once I hear the clunk of the bathroom lock, I'm up. Onesie back on, and I'm out the door. She follows me out.
Before Tuckman finishes, he notices Big H looking at something off screen.
What?
On the ground, unconscious, with dark, sullen eyes and blood dripping from her nose, is Hanna. Big H springs forward, but he's pulled back by Tuckman.
No, don't touch her.
We slowly zoom in on Big H as he peers down at Hanna's hand. On the reverse, we slowly zoom in on the Coke wrap. Big H looks at his burger, then at Hanna, then at the wrap.
I'm calling an ambulance.
Big H drops his food, pulls out his phone, dials 999.
Yeah. Hello? Hello? Ambulance.
Interior, parked car, continuous. We hear Big H frantically speaking to the emergency services. Tuckman climbs in, followed by Big H hanging up.
So she followed you out?
She follows me out. I kiss her goodbye. But she says, don't leave. I'm like, what? Please stay. I said, babe, I've got to go. I turn to leave. Then I feel her soft, delicate hand holding me back. I turn around. It's her fella.
Her fella?
Her fella, naked.
How naked?
Fully naked. She says, come back, please. It's Valentine's Day. But I'm like, nah, babe, this ain't for me. Then a fella steps closer and whispers in my ear. As he's whispering in my ear, I look to B, and she's smiling.
At what?
A fella finishes whispering in my ear. And I'm still like, nah, bruv, I gotta bounce. But she pulls me inside. She strokes me, caresses me, and even makes me a fucking green tea.
Your favorite.
I know.
Then what?
We fucked.
Who fuck?
Me and B.
Not the guy?
Fuck no.
What he do?
Watched.
You two?
Oh yeah.
Banging?
Bruv. He even supplied the fucking lube.
The fuck?
I know.
That's fuck.
I know. But you want to know the definition of love?
Hell no.
Ambulance sirens get closer.
Remember I said a fella whispered in my ear? Take a guess what he said.
Fuck knows.
Guess.
Bro, I don't know.
Homeboy suffers from testicular cancer. Lost both his nuts. Can't satisfy her. Can't satisfy her. Loves his girl so much, he pays brothers to make love to his girl so he can see her smile when she comes. He's willing to do whatever it takes to make his girl happy, even if it's not him.
And they're cool with this.
They're engaged. Been together since they were 16.
16.
Big H. Would you be able to do that?
Bro, fuck. I don't know, but I'll tell you one thing. That's love.
The two men sit quietly for a moment, reflecting on Tuckman's story. Ambulance gets closer. Tuckman turns the ignition, cranks up the music, speeds off just as the ambulance arrives. Cut to title car. Cut to title card. Cruisin'. Interior, Tuckman's car moments later. We're still cruising. It's a quiet night for business. The car is peaceful. Only music playing softly through the speakers is heard. Tuckman turns to Big H.
You need a woman.
A woman like yours?
We all need someone.
Nah, I'm cool.
A beat.
There is this, one woman.
What's her name?
Dunno.
Bruv,
I'm a shy kind of guy.
talk to her.
And say what?
Sup, baby cakes?
No way.
Do it.
I fuck it up.
You scared?
To lose dignity.
You ain't got dignity.
And my self-respect.
You ain't got none of that either.
She's different.
How so?
I don't know. She's got that thing.
You mean that fang?
that thing.
A woman with the thang is a woman to keep. She married?
No.
She's single?
Maybe.
You're single?
I am.
But you're scared?
Yeah.
Want me to talk to her?
Hell no.
Then you should talk to her.
What's the point? She's only turned me down anyway.
Big H turns away. The conversation falls silent.
I ever tell you about my dad?
Big H shakes his head.
Bruv, this is some real personal shit. So no one else better know about this. You hear me?
Of course.
One night, I get this call from my brother. Yo, get down the hospital. I get in the car, head down the hospital, and as I walk down the corridor, I see my mum walking towards me. I've seen my mum upset before, but I've never seen my mum terrified before.
For real?
I've seen my mum cry before. Shit, I've even made her cry before. I've even seen my mum cry about my dad before. But this was different. My mum leads me into B13, the room where my dad was, and I see him there, eyes closed, still.
Shit.
I go outside for a smoke with my brother. I go outside for a smoke with my brother, and I ask him, what happened?
What did he say?
Apparently, my dad was laying in bed asleep beside my mum, and suddenly he jumps upright, screaming, I'm hot, I'm hot, I'm hot. He throws off the duvet, still screaming. My mum is freaking the fuck out. What's wrong, what's wrong? Someone call an ambulance. Then my dad just hit the floor, whack. Then my brother says the scariest fucking shit I've ever heard. He died screaming.
What?
That's what I said. The fuck does that mean? My brother looks me in the eye and says, Dad literally died screaming. I could see by the way he was saying this. I could see by the way he was saying this shit that it was fucking him up. You know? I stood there, thinking about my dad dying whilst screaming. And I thought, how fucked up is that? He was a good man, paid his taxes, worked hard, and got on with it, and still died screaming. So why the fuck will we not chase all the things we want? You want to move out the estate? Move. You want to get yourself a better life? Go do it. You want to talk to this woman? Sooner or later, we're all going to die screaming. Why not give it a go?
Tuckman wipes his teary eyes. We pan to Big H as he sits in silence. Interior Big H's bedroom later. Big H lays on his bed, staring up at the ceiling. He sits upright, grabs his tobacco and grinder, and exits. Exterior council estate a few moments later. Big H smokes his joint. Looks across the estate and spots the woman, 20s, he really likes, smoking. She smiles at him. But instead of initiating a conversation, he smiles and re-enters his home, leaving us staring at the closed door. A beat. It swings open. Big H charges out the door and marches towards her.
Hi.
Hey,
How are you? You good?
I am. Thank you. You?
He's still panting. Is he just out of breath or nervous?
Lydia.
Big H.
They shake hands.
Lydia, that's a really cool name.
It'd be cool if I was called Big L.
Oh, Big L.
Biggie Lils?
Big H takes a few paces back.
What are you doing?
He reapproaches her.
Hi,
Hey,
Big H.
Big L.
Yeah?
Nah.
He repeats the action.
Hi,
Hey,
Big H.
Biggie Lils. Ooh, I like it.
Nah, stick with Lydia.
They laugh. Lydia carries on smoking.
Do you mind if I ask you a question?
Shoot.
Are you ready?
Born ready.
You don't look ready.
What's the question?
How come it's taking you this long to talk to me?
His jaw drops, blushing. What do I say? Lydia steps into the light, looking so cool, smoking her cigarette.
Better late than never, right?
Big H grins as he holds eye contact with her. Interior Tuckman's house at that moment. The front door bursts open. Tuckman paces in mid-conversation, kicks off his trainers, slamming the door behind him.
Baby, babe. Why would you think that? You know I know how to look after you. Tuckman knows how you like it. Why don't you slide into your car and come over here? Because neither of us want to be alone tonight. Come, baby. Come to me. Good. I'll start running your bath.
Interior Tuckman's bedroom later. He's naked, bed creaking, being vigorously ridden by a beautiful woman. Her name is Aquila, 20s.
You like that, don't you?
Whack! She slaps Tuckman.
What the?
Say it.
I like it.
Tuckman looks past Aquila. What is that? His ceiling is leaking. Water trickles down the walls.
Fuck.
I know, I'm coming too. Snort.
What?
Whack! Another slap.
Stop hitting me!
Like a pig.
Snort, snort. Aquila demonstrates the type of snorting she craves. Tuckman stares at her like, what the? She keeps snorting, clawing Tuckman, encouraging him to join him. He's hesitant.
Ah, fuck it.
He joins in. Later, Tuckman and Aquila sit upright in bed. In silence, incredibly awkward silence.
I'm gonna go.
Cool.
She slides out of bed, gets dressed outside a frame, leaving us to watch Tuckman as he watches her.
Aquila,
Yeah?
wanna stay and watch ET?
What's that?
Never mind.
She's dressed, walks through a frame and out the door.
Bye.
Slam. The door closes. Tuckman sits in bed alone. He looks up at the leaking ceiling. Drip, drip, drip. Water drips onto his head. A long beat. He picks up his phone, dials a number, coughs to deepen his voice.
Yo, baby, what you saying? Is it? Well, you know I know how to look after you. Tuckman knows how you like it. Why don't you slide into your car and come over?
Drip, drip, drip. More water drips onto his head.
Actually, babe, I'll come to yours.
Interior, parked car next morning. We find ourselves between Vittoria, early 30s, an Italian woman with a strong accent, sat in the passenger seat, and Jones, early 30s, a slightly chunkier Londoner, sat in the driver's seat. They're a couple.
Unbelievable. You knew where I was last night. You knew where I was still asleep this morning, but you woke me up. And for what? What's the time? No, don't tell me.
Do you want to know?
No, I don't want to know. The time is relevant.
You mean irrelevant?
Why are you laughing at me? I'm serious. It's not funny.
Just let it go. You're here now.
I can't let it go. Don't you understand? My head is pounding. I got a stinky breath. I'm cramped in this seat. I can't breathe. And we don't know nothing. We know nothing. There's no communication from you or them or when's he coming out? When can I get back to bed? Is someone going to tell us something?
Jones bursts into hysterics. Even Vittoria can't keep a straight face.
Don't. You're making me laugh. I can't be serious if you're making me laugh. Jones, I tell you, I'm pissed off.
Jones wipes his eyes. Exiting the car.
Where are you going?
For a smoke.
Vittoria is left in the car.
I want to smoke.
Exterior street at that moment. Jones lights his cigarette. Staring at something off screen. Vittoria joins him.
Hey, I want to smoke.
What'd you say?
Please.
Jones passes her a cigarette. She kisses him.
Seriously, how have we not heard anything?
Could be any minute now.
From over their shoulder, we see a prison entrance. Jones steps forward, spotting someone walking towards them.
Jones.
Yes, there he is.
Through the security fence, we see TZ, 30s, confidently step out the prison shadows and into the sunshine. He is greeted with a strong embrace by Jones.
Good to see you. Get over here.
I'm smoking.
Victoria, come here right now and let's get a talk on that.
Victoria hands TZ the cigarette. They embrace.
You look good.
You look awful.
Jones bursts into laughter.
Don't you dare.
I said nothing.
Don't disrespect me.
TZ walks away from the others, savoring every step that takes him further from the prison.
Oh, TZ, look at this.
Whatever it is, stand in front and show me.
Jones joins him.
From now on, I'm only looking forwards.
Exterior council estate at that moment. Big H waits by the pavement. He checks his phone. Nothing. He glances passing cars. Nothing. We see Lydia, dressed in her work uniform, approach Big H.
Good morning.
Hey,
He plants a soft kiss on her cheek.
you smell nice.
I like this.
Feeling super confident, Big H bigs up his own swagger.
Is it? Well, watch out, because Big H is coming through. You can look, but you can't touch. Yet. So, sit back, relax, and watch me blaze up the street.
Work it, that's it. Work it.
Snap, snap, snap. Lydia imitates being a fashion photographer. Big H catwalks his clothes, with full swag and bravura.
That's it, that's the stuff, that's the money shot. Pop it, let me see you pop it.
Big H freezes, arms open, posing.
How do I look?
Lydia steps closer, showing H the imaginary camera, both of them smiling as they hold each other's gaze. It's a Mexican standoff of sexual tension.
Keep smiling like that, I'm gonna have to ask you on a date.
I'm counting on it.
What are you doing tonight?
Going for dinner.
8 p.m.?
Perfect.
Suddenly, honk, honk. Car tires screech as a car comes to a stop. It's Tuckman.
Whoa! Who is this? You gonna introduce me?
Big H steps aside, revealing Lydia.
Lil.
Oh my god.
Tuckman gets out of his car and is greeted with a hug.
Lydia's the girl you was talking about.
Yeah?
Lydia singles out her home to Tuckman.
I live next door.
Interesting.
How do you know Tucker?
Big H laughs.
It's Tuckman.
I gotta run.
You want a lift?
No, honestly. Good seeing you again, Tuckers.
It's Tuckman.
See you tonight.
Lydia walks off to work, leaving Big H watching her.
See you tonight. Tell me you didn't.
You told me to.
Bruh, no. You gotta cancel that date.
Why?
Tuckman gets into his car.
I'll explain in a bit.
Big H climbs in too. We pan with Tuckman's car as it drives off, only to pan back when another car pulls up. Through the passenger window, we see TZ.
Just wait here.
Exterior, Lydia's house. A few moments later, TZ strolls up to the door. Knock, knock. A beat. The latch on the door unlocks. TZ smiles in anticipation, which drops when Julia, 50s, Lydia's mom, is revealed in the doorway. Julia tries to slam the door, but fails. TZ wedges himself in the doorway, forcing the door open.
Let me see her.
I'll call the police.
Please.
Julia reaches into her pocket, grabbing her phone. TZ snatches it away.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to scare you. If I give this back, will you put it away?
What do you want?
5 minutes.
TZ hands over the phone as a gesture of goodwill. Julia takes it.
Living room.
We follow TZ, leading us inside. He wanders into the living room. Behind him on the sofa is Evie, 3, playing with her toys.
Hey, good morning, Bubba.
He takes a seat beside her. At first, Evie is unsure, looking up to Julia, who towers over TZ.
Look at you. Aren't you beautiful?
TZ gently smothers her with love and affection, tenderly kissing her head, tears rolling down his face.
Daddy has missed you. Let me give you a kiss. Thank you.
Exterior streets at that moment. Tuckman's car pulls over, parks up. Both lads get out. They're mid-conversation.
Nothing's happened yet.
Yeah, but with you, a date ain't just a date.
I'm not gonna fuck her and leave her.
Why not?
And how's that going for you?
Tuckman turns to Big H.
You hear that Indian dude? Jagadish.
The one that robbed all that coke?
Nah, he was robbed of all that coke.
Of 100 G's?
150. Some guy burst in there like a steam train, fists flying, shanks and all, took on 3 dudes by himself. Then, after fucking these guys up, they came at him with a gun. He was shot not once, not twice, 5 times, and still walked away.
What's this got to do with me dating Lydia?
That guy was TZ, Lydia's ex. This fucking nutcase tears down estates. You want that hanging over your head?
Beats being alone.
H, man, you're not alone. You're just lonely. They're 2 separate things. Besides, I don't know if Lil's right for you.
I like her.
And I like munching steak. Don't mean that shit's good for me. Look, I'm just giving you a little context. That's all. If you want to date her, date her. Just be careful.
How'd you know him?
He's my brother. Not my brother, but my brother. Like, me and you. Showed me what's what, that sort of shit.
You tight?
Not so much. I think he's got 2 or 3 years left in prison.
We hear male voices off screen. Tuckman and Big H join Wiz, 30, a loopy man who's taken a lot of drugs and dresses like a wizard, and Miles, 30s, a homeless guy, as well as other homeless people.
Whiz!
Wizard!
Yo, what's the fucking fuck is going on, bros?
I fucking know!
Yo, meet Tuckman, the sexiest of the sexiest, and the Big H, the funkiest of the funkiest, and this is Miles, and these are the Knights of Sidonia. You need anything, call these two. Anytime, any place.
Tuckman and Big H shake hands with everyone.
Whoa, 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 lads, come in, gather around.
Everyone gathers around.
Yo, Knights of Sidonia, hook a brother up with a beat.
Suddenly, the Knights of Sidonia start synchronized finger snapping. Snap, 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 snap.
Bum, 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 bum.
Miles and the Knights of Sidonia start singing a cappella. Wiz takes center stage.
Oh,
A beat.
baby, 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 please love me like I love you. You hurt me, slapped me, treated me like dog shit. I'm begging, please, I'm down on my knees. I want you to spank me, so you know I'm freaky, baby. So please, love me like I love you.
Suddenly, the song shifts into rap.
Desperate times call for desperate measures. I'm out here in the cold, whatever the weather.
Not for leisure, not for pleasure, not for leisure, not for pleasure.
Wiz goes back to singing.
Baby, 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 baby. Love me like I love you.
Big H and Tuckman join in with the backup vocals.
You left me, destroyed me. I'm weak without you, baby. I'm broken, lonely. Cannot go without you. I simply cannot go without you, baby.
Massive crescendo of vocal passion and power. Everyone erupts in celebration. What a performance!
So sick, so sick.
Bruv, that was fucking tight.
Thank you, means a lot. Now, if you don't mind, hook us up with some drugs.
Getting on it.
Look up, the sun is shining, the vibes are good, and my vocals are hot, you know how it is.
Tuckman and Wiz exchange money for a rap.
You taking a break from celebrating?
Celebrating? Nah, man. Gotta earn those dollar bills.
How's he doing?
Who?
You ain't seen him? TZ, he's out.
Nah. He's got ages left.
I saw him earlier with Victoria and that chunky chip. What's his name? Anyway, he's definitely out.
Tuckman bursts into laughter, slapping Big H's back.
Oh, shit! You are fucked!
Interior A&E hospital at that moment. It is complete chaos. All the seats are filled with impatient people waiting their turn. A queue slithers from the reception desk to the entrance. Pacing out the automatic doors with a clipboard in hand is Lydia. A woman, 50s, wobbles to intercept her.
Excuse me, but this is a joke.
I completely understand. We're a little understaffed today.
You're here, can't you see me?
I'm actually on my way to check on a patient. What's your name?
Clancy Bolton.
Take a seat. I'll double check for you.
Lydia darts to the first of the queue. The receptionist, 50s, turns from the patient to Lydia.
Got a Clancy Bolton wanting a time update?
The receptionist says nothing, jokingly crosses her eyes to look brain dead. Lydia laughs.
How long was you given?
90 minutes.
How long have you been waiting?
Over 90 minutes.
Clancy Bolton.
A nurse, 40s, leans out of the nurse's room.
Clancy Bolton. There you go. Do you need a hand?
No, thank you.
Take care. I hope you feel better.
Lydia turns, colliding into something. It's TZ.
Busy morning?
Interior office, moments later. Lydia furiously paces the office. TZ stands to the side. They've clearly been arguing.
That's not good enough.
Keep your voice down.
You lost your right when you went to prison.
Are you stopping me?
Yeah, I am.
You're stopping me from seeing my daughter.
Yeah.
Cool. If that's how you want to play it, then I'll go to the police.
Play it. What's wrong with you?
Look, I'm out, standing here.
Yeah, how'd you get in there in the first place?
You know why.
No, tell me.
Oh, stop with the games.
Do you honestly think?
I honestly think you're a twisted...
A twisted what? Oh, go on, I dare you. Come on. Twisted what?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She's everything to me.
You haven't even gotten a job.
I'll find a way.
a decent, normal way, and we'll arrange something. If you go back on the streets.
TZ nods. He can't help but smile.
T, I mean it.
Thank you.
TZ exits the office, leaving Lydia thinking in silence. Exterior streets later. Tuckman and Big H stroll the streets, munching their food, both high as a kite. Big H takes a final bite, demolishing his food in seconds.
Bruv, what do you think?
I think you better slow your munching down.
I was hungry.
You looking forward to tonight?
Yeah?
Well, chill. Because whether you know it or not, eating is like fucking. You don't want it thinking you can't handle yourself. You get me?
Why? Because I eat too fast?
Take it slow. Savor the taste.
What if I eat steak?
What about it?
Steak's only good hot. Cold, it's pointless.
Just because it's hot, don't mean you gotta munch it in one bite.
If I'm paying 20 quid for a steak, I ain't munching that shit down.
Look at your food.
I'm munching that shit down.
Look at my food.
Yeah?
See? I've only eaten a quarter of it. I've only eaten a quarter of mine. Now look at yours. You're finished.
Big H looks at his empty takeaway box. He still doesn't understand.
You're too animalistic. There's no grace, no charm, nothing. You don't even qualify as sexy. And you need to be sexy.
Sexy with my burger.
Imagine you're Lydia. And you're sat across from you. And you destroy your food like you just did. What kind of vibe is that going to send?
Big H pauses. Maybe Tuckman's right?
Think about it.
Yeah, okay, fair point.
Tuckman's always right.
The conversation falls silent for a beat.
How long you known TZ?
5-6 years.
Lydia too?
Only knew Lil when she was hanging out with T.
You two ever...
You serious?
What?
You gonna let that go?
I'm just asking.
What happened before? I don't do that no more.
I know.
No, you don't.
Interior moving car at that moment. TZ rolls down his window, spots Tuckman and Big H arguing.
Is that?
Tuckman.
Let's get him.
Exterior street at that moment.
Stop trying to burn me all the time.
I'm not trying to burn you.
You still got beef? Say something.
You calm down.
Nah, you've pissed me off. I ain't gonna keep apologizing for that. Come on.
Suddenly, car tires screech.
Oi, bruv!
Tuckman and Big H break apart and flee. We whip pan to TZ, who bursts into laughter, accelerating up the road. At that moment, Tuckman and Big H frantically sprint. We're running through the back roads.
Who the fuck is that?
I don't know. Keep running.
Suddenly, out of nowhere, they're intercepted by the car. Tuckman and Big H raise their fists, ready to fight. Through the window, we hear TZ cackling. It takes Tuckman a second. He recognizes the voice.
Quit running and start hugging.
Shit! There he is, there he is, there he is.
They embrace. Big H watches on uncomfortably.
Why'd you not tell me you was out?
Ruin the surprise. You know that's not how I do. Who's this?
Big H steps forward.
This is Big H. Big H, this is TZ.
What the fucking fuck is going on?
I don't fucking know.
Yes, bruv.
Despite the awkwardness he feels, Big H still puts his arm around TZ.
Fuck, man. You bench?
Nah.
Big H turns and sees Tuckman embracing Jones and Vittoria. TZ joins them, leaving behind Big H.
What you doing?
You know, bit of this, bit of that.
Is it?
Bear pee.
Is it?
TZ takes a step back, his eyes drifting to Tuckman as he continues talking to Jones and Vittoria. He's thinking.
Yo. I need to speak to you. You got a sec?
Sure.
Interior Jones's car a few moments later. Tuckman and TZ talk in the front. Big H is sandwiched in the back between Jones and Vittoria.
Bruh, you think that's a good idea?
Why not?
You just got out.
We keep it on the hush-hush. No big deal.
A beat.
What do you think?
All heads turn to Big H.
I think we should look at what we got, then decide.
Imagine what you could do with all that cash. Buy more, to sell more, to make more, or live the year spending. Don't know about you, but that sounds appealing.
I want in.
I bet within a day we'd be able to sell your gear and get our money. By tomorrow you could be flying to Spain. Fuck man, you could be flying to Costa Rica.
Tuckman sits quietly, absorbing TZ's sales pitch.
You're sitting on a gold mine, bro. People want to give you their money. Let's fucking take it.
Tuckman laughs.
I've missed you. I ain't gonna do this.
Didn't you hear me?
I heard you. But I gotta stand on my own. Do my own thing.
Think about it.
Already did. Come on, let's go.
Tuckman slides out. Big H watches, wanting to leave, but is trapped in the sandwich. And the atmosphere is very awkward.
Excuse me.
Exterior streets. A few moments later, Big H jogs over to Tuckman.
Have I got dumb written across my head?
No.
Who does he think he is?
Yo, 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 yo.
In the background, we see Jones jog over.
No hard feelings, yeah?
Of course.
You guys free tonight?
Yeah,
No.
We're throwing a welcome home party. Gonna be sick. Should come.
safe.
Catch you later.
The three lads fist bump. Jones runs back to his car. Tuckman and Big H watch as the car speeds off.
Do you think they'll jump you for your gear?
They wouldn't dare.
Interior restaurant night. We're in a booth. Lydia is looking beautiful in a red dress as Big H compliments her in a suave blue shirt. Lydia's finished eating. Big H continues taking his time.
So, I've got a confession to make.
Interesting.
Don't know if I should say.
Wait a sec.
He relishes the final bite.
You enjoy that?
You know it. Come on, say it.
I don't know.
You can be honest with me.
Lil.
Suddenly, a man, 20s, approaches the table. His identity is cut out by the frame. A friend of Lydia's or an ex?
Lydia?
Oh, hey.
We hold on Big H as he sits back and watches.
How are you?
Good. Oh, this is...
Big H.
They shake hands but remain very standoffish.
Cool name.
Is that your mom?
It's her birthday.
How was she?
Better. She thought she recognized you.
We're still holding on Big H, his eyes scrutinizing every detail.
You should come by. She'd love to see you. We all would.
Yeah, I'll check.
Of course, you're busy. I'll call you.
Big H's eyes dart to Lydia. She politely smiles.
Take care.
See ya. Very cool name.
He finally leaves.
I'm sorry. What was I saying before?
Who was that?
Are you jealous?
If you carried on talking, something would have happened.
You don't seem so tough to me.
Excuse me?
I reckon you're a big softie.
I'm a wrecking ball.
Still reckon you're a big softie.
You know nothing about me.
A long beat.
I worked that night you brought into A&E.
That true?
Lydia nods.
Everyone knows that.
Does Tuckman?
Big H lowers his head. We tilt down as Lydia reaches out and touches Big H's hand.
If you ever feel like that again, you can talk to me.
Big H lifts his head, meets Lydia's big, open eyes.
About anything.
Big H smiles, plants a kiss on Lydia's hand. Exterior garden, Jones's house later. Loud music blares from the speakers. People laughing, drinking, and dancing. A sea of joints in hands.
Oi! 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 Lower the music! Everyone! Come round!
Slowly, the party quietens.
Where is he? Someone point him out.
From within the crowd, TZ is pushed to the front.
This guy has been through hell and he's finally out on the other side.
Tuckman weaves to the front.
Speech! Speech!
More speech chants are heard. Jones steps aside, giving TZ some space. He's reluctant.
Thanks for coming tonight. Really appreciate it. I want to apologize to anyone that I've hurt. I know there's a few. I was selfish and scared. I've had a hard look since. Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers!
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 Everyone sips their drink. Cheers. The party erupts back into full swing. Later, we find Tuckman, Jones, and Vittoria sharing a joint.
That's not what you said.
I know what I said.
It's not what you said.
I know what I said because I said it.
Why you do that? Say one thing, then change.
Oh, pipe down.
You
You
English are all the
English, there
same.
she is, using the race card.
Oi! You marrying that joint?
I'll smoke and I'll smoke until I decide. Not by you, and definitely not by you.
Love you too.
Keep it.
I finished.
It's soaked.
Have it.
Nah.
Take it.
The fuck, get away.
Tuckman leaves Jones and Vittoria, heading inside. We follow, leading us into the kitchen. Tuckman ducks and weaves, grabbing a beer out of the fridge. In the background, we see Big H enter.
There he is, there he is, there he is!
Tuckman turns, not expecting to see Big H at all.
Yes! How'd it go?
Big H gives a subtle nod, trying to remain cool. Can't hide his beaming smile, though. They fist bump.
Beer?
Big H takes it. We suddenly hear laughing. We hear it again.
How's it been?
Tuckman slips past Big H, leading him and us into the living room. We pass grinding couples, blazed joints, coke snorters, and partygoers until we find TZ nestled in the corner.
What the fucking fuck is going on?
The two lads embrace.
Sup, Biggie?
Big H and TZ high five. Big H keeps his distance. TZ is hammered, wrapping his arms around Tuckman.
How long we known each other?
Too long.
Go way back. Basically my flesh and blood. Shit, Tuck, meet the four princes.
The four princes, 20s to 30s, are a gang of siblings. Rommel, the eldest, Dion, the scoundrel, Josh, the sensible one, and Jade, the youngest.
What are you saying?
Rommel and Jade step forward.
T, says you're dealing?
You looking?
We're good.
Sort me out.
You got cash?
How much you got?
What's it to you?
Just asking.
Tuck, hook me up a line.
Why are you begging?
I ain't begging, I'm asking.
I ain't a free service. Get some cash, I'll sort you out.
Come on, give him one.
Who asked you?
Oi, watch yourself.
Don't embarrass me.
You deaf? Get some cash, I'll sort you out.
Big H intervenes.
Whoa, let's cool it.
Tuck, give me something.
TZ grabs Tuckman. Tuckman slaps him away.
Get your dirty begging hand off me.
Bruv, you raise your voice again, and
Or what?
Tuckman and Rommel square up. We whip pan to TZ. Some guy, 20s, whispers into his ear, pointing at Big H.
Let's get a drink.
TZ pounces on Big H.
Where you been tonight?
Eh?
Don't be dumb, where you been?
Big H looks past TZ, spots the guy from the restaurant.
Out.
With who? Lydia?
TZ shoves Big H.
I'll fuck you up.
Tuckman leaps in the way, pushing back.
Try it.
Out the way.
Touch him again.
Tuckman spreads his body, blocking Big H from TZ.
I dare you.
TZ holds his stare with Big H, pacing like a tiger. A long beat. TZ chuckles, shrugging it off, squeezing Tuckman's shoulder as he exits.
Get the fuck off me.
As TZ passes Big H, he smiles, which drops when he walks away. Exterior, Jones's house later. Everyone pours out of the house. People are wasted, colliding into each other, struggling to keep themselves together. Amongst them is Tuckman and Big H. He pulls out his car keys.
No, let's get an Uber or something.
Car's there.
I'm calling a cab.
Get in.
Tuckman gets in. A beat. So does Big H. Interior, Tuckman's car moments later. The car is cruising through London. Soul music is playing in the background. Tuckman and Big H laugh as they pass each other a joint until...
Whoa, bruv!
What?
Did you touch my radio?
Didn't change a thing.
Why are you smirking?
Big H tries to keep a straight face.
You're smirking.
Keep your eyes on the road.
You're chatting shit, you little punk-ass bitch.
I changed it, and what?
Change it back.
Big H leans across, changes the radio. Something urban hip-hop is heard.
Don't be touching a man's radio without permission.
Fuck permission.
What?
I don't need it.
Whoa.
No man asks for permission. He takes what he wants.
Bruv. No. That sort of shit will get you killed.
How am I gonna feel my flow with this kind of music?
Feel your flow.
My flow, my juices pump up my life force. My life force awakens my soul. Tell me you know about what's good for the soul.
My soul's blessed.
Is it?
Every night.
Is it though?
I just told you.
Eyes on the road.
What do you know?
2 words.
Hit me.
You ready?
Let's go.
Soul music.
What?
Tuck. This music cleanses your soul from head to toe. I'm talking full body spiritual enlightenment.
For real?
Aye.
So you got some tunes?
You know it.
Why'd you turn them off then?
Big H looks to Tuckman like, you serious? A beat. Both burst into laughter. Soul music creeps through the speakers. Big H begins to dance, looking to Tuckman. Slowly, the power of the music infects Tuckman. The two lads start to dance in unison. We pan 180 degrees towards the windscreen. We arrive at Tuckman's house. Exterior, Tuckman's house continuous. Tuckman and Big H climb out of the car, slam, with the doors. Casually taking their time, we hear keys jangling. They reach the front door. Interior, Tuckman's house continuous. The screen is completely black. The front door opens in a perfect silhouette. Tuckman enters, followed by Big H. Whack, whack, thud, thud. They're jumped. Next morning. The morning sunlight pierces through the windows, directly into Big H's bloodshot eyes. His vision's blurry. Through his distortion, we see a figure frantically pacing the house. Big H's vision corrects. That figure is Tuckman. Big H staggers to his feet.
What's been taken?
Tuckman grows violently more agitated as he continues his search.
Tuck?
Big H uses the wall to support himself.
I told you.
Finally.
He's found something. Without saying another word, Tuckman darts out of the house. Exterior streets continuous. Tuckman paces to his car. Beep beep. The car unlocks. He dives to the glove box. He's hunched over, searching.
Fuck!
Big H trudges towards the car.
How much is left?
Tuckman collapses on the car seat, opens his palm to reveal a Coke wrap. It's empty.
What was that you said last night?
Big H can't remember.
No man asks for permission.
Takes what he wants.
And what did I say?
That sort of shit will get you killed.
Tuckman stands, exiting the frame. Exterior streets, moments later. We take the perspective of Tuckman's car, tearing through the streets, honking, swerving, weaving through traffic. Interior, Tuckman's car at that moment. Big H fearfully clings to the roof handle.
Slow down!
Instead, the car accelerates.
It's a 30 road. 30 road. Tuck! 30!
Tuckman slams his foot down.
Tuck! Tuck!
Exterior, Jones's house, moments later. Tuckman charges towards the front door. Bang, bang, bang.
Open the fucking door!
He squints through the windows, charges back to the door. He throws his shoulder against it. Thud, thud, thud.
Check for an open window. Open up!
Big H tries to pry open a window with his fingertips. Tuckman pulls out his phone. Dead.
Fuck! Oi! Pass me your phone.
Big H passes his phone. Interior, Jones's car at that moment. TZ, Jones, and Vittoria speed along the motorway. All of them chilling, music blaring. Feeling the vibrations of a ringing phone, Jones passes TZ his phone. Ring, 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 ring. TZ reads the phone. Rejects it. From out the window, we focus on the words Cambridge on the motorway sign. Ring, 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 ring. TZ holds up the phone.
Do you think he knows? Talk to me, babe.
Exterior, Jones's house at that moment. Tuckman paces.
Are you fucking with me? Are you? Get back here, you piece of shit. I want my gear back.
Interior, Jones's car at that moment.
Bruh, you're screaming. Calm down. I'm taking it off your hands. No, I'm sorting it. If it upsets you that much, go cry to your dad about it.
TZ hangs up. Exterior, Jones's house at that moment. Tuckman stands completely still. We slowly zoom in as he restrains himself despite wanting to lash out. Big H enters the frame.
What did he say?
I'm fucked.
What do we do now?
I don't know.
Exterior, care home, moments later. We're outside a care home. Jones's car pulls into frame. Once the engine is off, everyone climbs out.
I'm impressed.
Wait till you meet her. Babe, can you get the bag out of the back?
Do it yourself.
What?
I said do it yourself.
She gets pissy when she's hanging.
Shut your mouth.
I heard that.
Jones turns, speaking into his phone. TZ grabs the black holdall out of the back.
What's she like?
Amazing, I love her.
She's waiting around the back.
A few moments later, Jones leads TZ and Vittoria into the premise. Waiting by the back door is Black Pepsi, 30s, slender woman with glasses, dressed in her career's uniform. Jones greets Black Pepsi with a welcoming kiss.
This is TZ.
Black Pepsi, you bring it?
TZ gestures to the holdall.
Let's see what you got.
TZ heads inside, followed by Jones. Vittoria follows.
Ciao, Bella.
The two ladies kiss cheeks, then enter. Black Pepsi gently closes the door.
Keep it down. I just put Doris to sleep.
Interior office a few moments later. Black Pepsi rip snorts through a line of Coke, sits back, lets the Coke take effect, then smiles. Exterior streets moments later. TZ and Black Pepsi walk the streets, circling back towards the care home. Waiting by the car is Jones and Vittoria.
Can't be done.
He said you could do it.
I said only if the gear was right.
This ain't no pub grub.
Ain't no rocket fuel neither. I don't know anyone who would want to snort, sell, or cut this in the time you want.
Can't blame a guy for being ambitious.
Honey, there's ambitious and then there's naive. You need to find someone gullible and local, then be realistic. I gotta get back to work. Best of luck.
They shake hands.
Thanks for fucking me over, I guess.
Everyone gets fucked over. Don't take it to heart.
Black Pepsi waves goodbye to Jones and Vittoria and exits the frame. We slowly zoom in on TZ, contemplating his options. Jones enters the frame.
What'd she say?
I'm fucked.
What do we do now?
I don't know.
We hold as everyone drags themselves back to the car. Interior, Tuckman's car, moments later. Big H's phone vibrates as he receives and sends text messages, clearly messaging Lydia.
I love you.
Tuckman is sat in silence, thinking.
Baby, baby, love me, love me, love me.
Split screen with Interior Jones's car at that moment. The car drives through the Cambridge streets, navigating back towards the motorway. TZ sits in silence, thinking.
Pull over.
What's up?
I need a minute.
Interior Tuckman's car at that moment. Suddenly, Tuckman pulls his car over.
What's up?
I need a minute.
We hold on Tuckman and TZ in the split screen. Both cars fall silent. A long beat. Then, simultaneously, both characters say,
I need to see Cassio.
Split screen disappears. Interior, Tuckman's car, continuous.
What makes you think that?
He's in a rush.
You might have sold it already.
Do you think?
Most likely.
Possibly. Possibly not.
Beep, 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 beep. Another text message.
Put the phone away whilst I'm talking to you.
Sorry.
You in or you out?
In.
Cassio is the only person who has quick cash. That's where we'll go.
Interior Jones's car at that moment. Jones leans forward.
Man, find someone else.
I agree.
Cassio's a bad idea.
What else do I do?
I'll find you someone else.
And keep wasting my time? No.
T, honestly, I'm so hungover. I don't know if I can handle dying today.
You're not coming.
We all go.
We go. She doesn't.
Did I mumble? We all go.
We go.
It's 2019. Let's let her decide.
Everyone turns to Vittoria.
Amen.
Jones can't believe it.
Babe.
Let's go.
Jones hesitates.
Come on, hurry up, get going.
A beat. He accelerates and pulls away. Exterior streets later. We're back on the same street where Tuckman and Big H met Wiz earlier. Tuckman and Big H jogging up the street. They spot something off screen. We pan to discover Wiz covered in blood, traumatized, aimlessly wandering the street.
What the fuck happened?
Wiz!
He's absent, unable to articulate.
Wiz, listen. Were you hurt?
Still says nothing.
Cassio. Where can I find Cassio? Where can I find him? Snap out of it. Cassio!
Where are you bleeding?
Not my blood.
No one gives a shit.
Fuck's wrong with you? Who's bleeding?
Miles. Needs help.
Wiz snaps out of his trance-like state.
Miles needs help. Miles needs help.
Exterior park. A few moments later, Wiz, Tuckman, and Big H sprint through the park, panting, sweating, sprinting as fast as they can. On the ground is Miles, covered in blood, bleeding from the wrists. Standing over him, unsure what to do, is the Knights of Sidonia.
Out of the way. Out of the way. I said move.
Wiz charges in.
Get the fuck out of the way.
What happened?
I said move. He won a bet.
What fucking bet?
Move! Sick fucker knew I didn't have a rap. I can't believe he did it.
Tuckman looks closer.
Fuck.
He's in a bad way.
Why you called an ambulance?
Wiz says nothing.
Wiz, have you called an ambulance?
No.
You gotta call one.
No.
Wiz starts to freak out.
I'm calling one.
Big H delves into his pockets. Wiz lunges at him. Tuckman runs in.
Back up.
Don't call
He
them.
needs an ambulance.
Call someone else.
He's dying.
Where's Cassio?
Big H continues to make the call. Feeling overcome with dread, Wiz picks up the bloody shard of glass, points it at his wrists.
No ambulance.
Whoa, put the glass down. Call someone else.
He needs to go to hospital.
No.
Wiz sticks the glass into his wrists.
H, call someone else.
You serious?
Do it.
Big H hesitates, then calls someone else.
It's cool. Put the glass down. He's doing it.
Tuckman looks at Miles, then to Wiz. He looks manic.
Bruv, you better hurry. Who you calling?
Later, Lydia sprints through the park, Evie running beside her. Around her neck is a portable first aid kit. Big H sprints over.
He's over here.
Someone take Evie.
Tuck, take Evie.
Fuck that.
Take her.
Lydia carefully passes Evie to Tuckman. He just stares at her. Big H leads Lydia to Miles.
Find out where Cassio is.
By now, Miles has lost more blood.
Why didn't you call an ambulance?
Just the mention of those words sends Wiz into a frenzy. Big H shields Lydia away.
Easy. She's cool.
Who are you?
My name is Lydia. I'm here to help.
Let her.
Wiz looks to Lydia, then at Big H. Steps aside. Lydia is straight in. Rummaging through her first aid kit, puts on latex gloves, hands a set to Big H.
Hello, can you hear me? What's his name?
Miles.
Miles, my name is Lydia. Can you hear me? Do you know where you are? I'm cleaning your wounds.
She starts to wipe away the blood. Wiz frantically paces.
He's gonna die. He's gonna die. He's gonna
He's
die.
not gonna die.
He could die.
You can help him though.
Not with that.
Wiz's pacing becomes more erratic.
Fuck. He's gonna die. He's gonna die. He's gonna die. He's gonna die.
Big H darts over to calm Wiz. We pan to Lydia. She's struggling to stitch Miles's bloody wrists. Her hand is trembling. She can't keep calm. She steps away.
Where you going?
Just.
She turns her back from the situation. Inhales deeply, exhales slowly, silencing all the commotion around her. Inhales deeply, exhales slowly. Right back to work. Lydia dives back into the chaos. We focus on her hand, steady as a rock.
H.
Big H is still trying to calm Wiz.
H!
Yeah.
I can't see.
Lydia nods at the first aid kit.
Clean the blood.
Big H grabs the wipes and tissues, starts cleaning. Later, Lydia finishes bandaging Miles's arm. She's successfully stopped the bleeding, but he's still in a bad way.
He needs a hospital.
What? No.
Wiz charges at Lydia.
You help him.
Wiz, I know you're scared, but he needs a hospital.
Lydia's calm voice mothers Wiz enough to reassure him.
Everything will be okay. Your friend needs you.
Wiz looks to Big H.
She knows best.
Tears roll down Wiz's cheeks as he falls into Big H.
Call them.
Lydia makes the call.
Done good.
Wiz breaks away, coughs to deepen his voice.
Yeah, no.
Big H looks to Tuckman. He's with Evie. Lydia reappears.
They're on their way.
Thank you.
No problem.
Wiz. Cassio. Where is he?
Wiz turns to Big H.
He hides in that derelict council estate out east.
Cassio. I know that name. The coke dealer, Cassio. Are you a drug dealer?
How long till they arrive?
You're a drug dealer.
Big H freezes, caught out. Lydia walks away. He follows after her.
I'm not a drug dealer.
Lydia snatches Evie away from Tuckman.
You're welcome.
Upgraded to coke now.
You told her.
No.
Was he just gonna lie to me?
No.
Great life choices, both of you.
Don't judge me.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Lydia walks off.
Don't fucking judge me.
Calm down.
Big H turns and chases after her.
I'm not a dealer.
I've dealt with Cassio before. I know where this
How
goes.
many times have I got to say?
I was lucky enough to get away that last time. I'm not being dragged back again.
I'm not a dealer.
Look me in the eye and swear.
Big H holds her eye contact, then drops.
What'd you expect? Look at me.
Lydia looks directly into his eyes.
You deserve so much better.
Lydia takes Evie's hand and walks off.
Lil.
For Evie, please. Please keep away.
Lydia walks, leaving Big H standing alone. We hear the ambulance quickly arriving. Tuckman enters the frame.
Wiz says he told you where Cassio is.
Big H says nothing, his eyes still on Lydia. From over his shoulder, we see Lydia point the ambulance crew in our direction.
You don't deserve her. Come on, man.
Tuckman exits. Big H waits a moment, then follows. Interior Lydia's car, a few moments later. Through the windscreen, Lydia approaches, secures Evie into her car seat, climbs into the driver's seat, slam, with the door. Tears roll down her face.
I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot.
Interior Tuckman's car, dusk. Big H sits in silence, weighing up what's just happened. Tuckman, on the other hand, looks focused, his eyes straightforward, his composure cool and collected. Exterior, derelict council estate, night. A set of car headlights blinds us as it turns the corner, pulling up alongside us. Through the window, we see Tuckman.
Shit. He's already here.
We pan to see Jones's car parked. Big H lowers his window. From over his shoulder, we see Welcome to Hell graffitied on the estate.
I'm gonna head home.
You for real?
The gear ain't worth this.
Why are you fucking up my shit?
I'm not.
You're pussying out.
Tuck, I ain't pussing now. It's
Just what?
It's just,
Tuckman realizes.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Tuckman puts the car into reverse. Parks up. Interior Tuckman's car a few moments later. Tuckman yanks on the handbrake. Turns to Big H.
You're leaving me for Lydia?
I ain't asking for permission.
Suddenly, Tuckman grabs Big H by the cheeks.
Listen, in my car, you do as I say. I'm not asking you to get out of the car. I'm telling you, get out the car.
Tuckman digs his fingers in. Big H flinches, trying to hide the pain.
I hear ya.
Tuckman releases Big H.
Why are you still sitting here?
A beat. Big H gets out. Exterior, derelict council estate. A few moments later. The council estate looms large like a Gothic castle. Long shadows, brewing dread. This is hell. Tuckman and Big H stick to the shadows, tiptoeing on the broken glass and other stuff around the ground. Up ahead is gang, 18 to 25, drinking, laughing, smoking, and smashing bottles around a bonfire and abandoned cars. From this distance, their noise masks Tuckman and Big H's footsteps. Tuckman looks up. Against the cold, dark council estate, we see a light illuminating an apartment. Tuckman leads the way. Suddenly, they're cut off, unable to progress forward. A couple, 20s, passionately kissing, blocks the way. All Tuckman and Big H can do is wait. And wait, and wait, until Tuckman stealthily creeps forward, gingerly tiptoeing over the glass, each step bringing him within touching distance of the couple. Big H hesitates, too scared. He watches on. Tuckman slips past the couple onto the stairwell. He calls on Big H. Big H steps forward, copying Tuckman's exact footsteps. Then, crack, glass crunches under H's foot. Big H freezes.
You hear that?
Tuckman winces. The man spins around, looking in Big H's direction. Nothing. He steps forward, searching the darkness, but finds nothing. The woman pulls him back into her arms. We pan from the couple to Big H, hiding in the shadows of the stairwell. Keeping his back to the wall, he shimmies closer and closer and closer. Tuckman watches from the top of the stairwell. Big H gets closer and closer, closer, now within touching distance. We can hear their breathing in between their kisses. Big H manages to slip past into the stairwell. All he has to do now is creep to the top, one step at a time. He does it, breathing a quick sigh of relief before following Tuckman into the corridor. Interior, Cassio's apartment at that moment. The apartment is dingy, barely available light. Furniture either rotting or dismembered. TZ stands with Jones and Vittoria. Sat up to the table, surrounded by his crew, 18 to 30s, is Cassio, 30s, an English-born Chinaman that takes pride in his heritage.
The streets are dry. You can shift all this by tomorrow.
It's not impossible.
Test it. Try for yourself.
One of Cassio's gang members takes the holdall into the back room. The room falls silent. Cassio stares at TZ, sussing him out.
When she comes back, we should discuss payment.
Interior corridor at that moment. The corridor is pitch black. The only light we see is coming from Cassio's apartment. Tuckman and Big H creep closer. Interior, Cassio's apartment at that moment. TZ holds Cassio's stare. Underneath the table, Cassio's hand slides out a gun from a secret holster. At that moment, Cassio's gang member returns with the holdall.
$500,000.
Cassio looks to her for a verdict. She nods. Underneath the table, Cassio pulls back the gun's hammer. Interior corridor at that moment. Tuckman and Big H reach the apartment door. Whilst lurking in the safety of the darkness, they peek into the apartment. Interior, Cassio's apartment at that moment. Jones looks at the surrounding gang members. All of them stand with their hands behind their backs, presumably holding a gun. Cassio wanders the desk, his hand behind his back, too.
TZ, Victoria, and Jones. John, this is good stuff. How do you get it?
Are you interested?
Very interested.
You got the money?
Absolutely. Someone get it.
One of Cassio's gang members disappears. A beat. Everyone awkwardly waits in silence. Until she returns with a bag. We slowly zoom in on TZ staring at the holdall. A long beat.
First, tell me how he died.
TZ says nothing.
How did you kill him?
TZ still says nothing.
Don't look at the ground. Look at me. Tell me in detail.
I did what I had to do.
No doubt. However, I miss him. It's only fair. you feel the same.
Suddenly, all of Cassio's gang draw their guns. 5 guns point at TZ, Jones, and Vittoria. Cassio steps forward, passes TZ his gun.
Choose.
TZ takes the gun, stares at it.
Put them against the wall.
Cassio's gang shove Jones and Vittoria against the wall.
T,
Don't touch me.
get off!
Interior corridor at that moment. Tuckman and Big H move in closer. Tuckman's eyes shift from TZ to the black holdall. We slowly zoom in as Tuckman devises a plan. Interior, Cassio's apartment at that moment. Jones and Vittoria are against the wall. TZ slowly turns, gun in hand. He's trembling. TZ looks at Jones,
T, don't do this.
lifts the gun,
Let's walk.
shifts his eyes to Vittoria, tears rolling down her face.
T, I'm begging you.
His finger on the trigger.
Let's go.
We'll go somewhere else.
Interior corridor at that moment. Without even thinking, Tuckman crawls into the apartment. Big H reacts, but it's too late. Tuckman is inside. Interior, Cassio's apartment at that moment. TZ says nothing, his eyes shifting from Vittoria and Jones. We slowly zoom in as he thinks, eyes tearing up, a beat. We slowly zoom in on Jones as he realizes, gives TZ the nod of approval. We pan to see Tuckman crawling along the back wall. Everyone's too distracted to notice him. Almost there. Got it. Vittoria looks to Jones, but he's smiling.
Remember I said I hated the way you mumbled. I lied.
What?
When I said pink wasn't your colour, I lied then.
T, let's go.
When I told you I couldn't live without you, I lied too.
T.
With those final words, Jones winks, then blows her a tender goodbye kiss. Vittoria smiles. Then, bang! A white flash illuminates the room, catching everyone off guard. Tuckman freezes. Once everyone regains their vision, they discover blood on the wall. We tilt down to see Jones dead. Tuckman continues his crawl. Vittoria bursts into tears. TZ cranes around to Cassio, eyes filled with tears and rage.
Bag.
Of course.
Cassio reaches for the holdall. It's gone. Cassio spins, spotting Tuckman.
Who's that?
Everyone spins. Tuckman leaps into the corner. Interior corridor, continuous. Crashing to the ground, scrambling to his feet, Big H helps him, sprinting towards the stairwell. We whip pan as Cassio's gang gives chase. Interior, Cassio's apartment at that moment. TZ smacks Cassio in the nose. Vittoria punches and whacks the remaining gang member, both of them towering over their opponent. Whack, smack, stomp. TZ pummels Cassio, venting out all their frustration. Crack, crack, crack. Cassio flops to the ground. TZ lifts his foot. Stomp. Blood gushes from Cassio's nose, but TZ keeps lifting his foot. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Exterior, derelict council estate at that moment. Stairwell. Tuckman and Big H bounce off the walls, leaping to the ground floor. They look up and spot the gang hanging around the bonfire. From the top of the stairwell, we hear,
Oi, oi, oi!
Oi,
Stop them! Don't let them leave!
Suddenly the gang switch off their music. They target Tuckman and Big H. The rest of Cassio's gang appears out the stairwell. About 15 people charge after Tuckman and Big H. Suddenly more of Cassio's gang appear, cutting off Tuckman and Big H from their car. The two lads change direction, sprinting back into the council estate. Interior, Cassio's apartment at that moment. Stomp, stomp. Slowly, TZ comes to a stop. He spits on Cassio's body, delves into his pockets and takes his phone. Vittoria kneels beside Jones, crying. Suddenly, TZ rummages through Jones's pockets.
What are you doing?
He takes his car keys.
Grab the bag.
TZ swiftly exits the apartment. Vittoria stays, clinging to Jones's hand. She kisses his hand, grabs the holdall, and exits. Exterior, derelict council estate at that moment. Cassio's gang closes in. The darkened council estate makes it difficult to navigate through. We hear smashing bottles. Big H spots an alley. He leads Tuckman to it. The gang gets closer. Exterior alley, continuous. The fluorescent street lights brighten the alleyway enough for Big H and Tuckman to see. More bottles are thrown, narrowly missing Tuckman and Big H. Big H grabs a trolley, tips it over. Some of the gang leap over, others crash to the ground. Tuckman sprints ahead, Big H close behind. Exterior streets a few moments later. Tuckman darts out of the alley, colliding into a police officer. Big H arrives, panting, gasping for air.
What's going on here?
Tuckman points to the alley.
You have to help. There's a gang. They're trying to kill us.
Tuckman fakes getting upset.
Please!
Tuckman and Big H flee the scene. The police officer and her colleague enter the alley. Exterior, derelict council estate, moments later. Tuckman and Big H double back, passing the Welcome to Hell graffiti. Beep beep. The car unlocks. They climb in. Tuckman switches the ignition, slams on the accelerator, speeds off. We pan from the car to see Jones's car following. Interior, Tuckman's car, moments later. Tuckman screams at their success.
Can you believe it? Can you fucking believe it? Can you believe that we've got 500,000? Bruv, this is gonna sort me out. You hear me?
Tuckman slaps Big H's leg.
500,000!
Big H smiles, but he doesn't care.
This is ours. We're in this together, brother.
No. I'm done.
Bruv, there's 500,000 in the bag next to your dick. Tell me you don't feel the power.
Big H looks into the bag, then at Tuckman.
We go back, shower, then hit every dealer with the good news.
Which is?
London is ours.
Big H bursts into laughter.
What?
Pusha T, Scarface, Tuckman, the gangster of the East.
Don't be killing my vibes.
Yeah, nobody. You ain't got gear, got no leverage.
My leverage is in the bag.
Which will get you a few hundred G's to sell, then what?
It's enough.
For your London empire, eh? Scarface?
The fuck do you know?
I know you, and I know Tuckman from a week ago would slap you.
Is it?
Don't is it me like I'm chatting shit. Take your money and walk.
No.
Tuck.
You don't get it. I'm sick of living in shitty council estate with piss leaking walls. Banging birds that get me to snort like I'm a pig. I ain't a fucking pig.
Just walk away.
With my head hanging. Fuck that. I deserve everything. And I'm taking it. You either come with me or get the fuck out.
Pull over.
What?
Pull the car over.
Tuckman slams on the brakes. Exterior, industrial estate, continuous. Car tires screech as the car stops. Big H climbs out. Tuckman, too.
You're leaving? Just when things are getting good? Where are you going? Back home? Gonna cry yourself to sleep? Depressed, bitch? Honestly, call yourself a man? The fuck? Who the fuck cuts themselves? Yeah, I know. Can't even hide your scars. How the fuck are you gonna kill yourself?
Big H turns, crack, punching Tuckman. Tuckman wobbles, spins on his foot, tackles Big H to the ground, pins him down. Smack, smack.
Go home and cut yourself. Do what we all want you to do.
Tuckman climbs off Big H. Big H lifts his eyes, spots a steel tube, gets up and runs over to it, grabs it.
What you doing?
Big H charges at the car. Tuckman tries to block Big H, but it's too late.
H, don't!
Big H swings back, smack. Glass sprays as the windscreen smashes. Smack again, another dent in the windscreen. Smack, a dent in the bonnet. Smack, off comes the wing mirror. Smack, smack, smack. Finally, Big H stops. He looks up. Tuckman charges at him. Big H swings with the tube.
Stop.
Tuckman stops.
I will.
Tuckman stares at Big H, watching him back away to the street. Runs to the steel tube, takes it, charges at Big H, swings back. Then whack, from out of nowhere, Tuckman is punched. It's TZ. He lifts his foot. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Tuckman gets completely battered. He's out cold. TZ steals Tuckman's car keys, wanders to the battered car, finds the bag of money, checks inside, smiles. Exterior, Lydia's house, later. We see TZ approach Lydia's front door. He's nervous, agitated. Knock, knock. TZ wipes his sweaty palms, waiting. The door opens. Lydia tries to close it, but TZ stops her.
Lil,
He uses all his strength to keep the door open.
I need to ask you something.
What?
In private.
Lydia looks into his eyes, notices a sincerity and vulnerability.
You okay?
May I?
She steps aside, allowing TZ inside. Interior kitchen, Lydia's house at that moment. From the corridor, we see TZ lead Lydia into the kitchen, closing the door behind them.
How's Bubba? Where is she?
Sleeping, so keep it down.
TZ freezes for a moment.
I've spent my entire life as a fuck up. I hate myself.
T.
You and Evie are my life.
Exterior, Lydia's house at that moment. Big H strolls through the estate. Passing Lydia's, he notices the kitchen light is on. Nosily wanders over, peers through the kitchen net curtains. His jaw drops. From over his shoulder, we see TZ fall to his knees, looking up to Lydia with love-filled eyes. Interior kitchen, Lydia's house at that moment. TZ gently takes Lydia's hand.
Lil, I love you. Will you marry me?
Lydia looks down, shocked, completely taken aback by his proposal. We pan to Big H observing through the window. Exterior, Lydia's house at that moment. His heart shatters into a million pieces. Big H pulls himself away, unable to watch anymore. Interior kitchen, Lydia's house at that moment. Lydia steps back, leaning against the counter.
First thing, we'll go as a family to get you whatever ring you want.
Lydia finally has an answer. She's not confident, but says it anyway.
No,
Having heard her own words, Lydia stands upright with confidence.
I'm not going to marry you.
I have money. A lot.
I don't want your drug money.
I've changed.
You're a liar.
TZ stands. This is his last chance.
I have $500,000 in a bag. In the car. Last chance.
Lydia takes off her t-shirt, points to a scar on her torso,
New Year's Day 2015. You stabbed me.
points to another scar on her chest,
Cigarette burn.
points to another scar,
Skin cigarette burn.
points to another scar.
Cigar burn.
Lydia turns around. Her back is completely covered in scars. Lydia lets TZ get a look, then turns to face him. Tears roll down his face.
We're fine without you.
Unable to look at her anymore, TZ exits. A beat. We hear the front door close. Overwhelmed with relived memories, Lydia cradles her torso as she slides to the floor. Exterior, Lydia's house at that moment. TZ steps out the door, gets far enough away, turns back for one final look.
I love you, Bubba.
TZ smiles and walks out of frame. Interior bedroom, Big H's house at that moment. Cannabis smoke fills the room. Big H lays staring up at the ceiling, wiping tears. He gets up, casually wanders into the kitchen. Interior kitchen continuous. Opens a drawer, takes out a knife. Places it on his wrist. We see all his other scars. There's so many. Big H sticks the knife close to his skin.
Do it.
The knife trembles.
Do it. Do it. End it.
He can't. Puts the knife back in the drawer, closes it, and laughs. Exterior, industrial estate at that moment. Tuckman spits out blood as he comes into consciousness. Wobbles to his feet, spreading out his arms to keep steady. Interior, Tuckman's car, a few moments later. He pokes his head inside. No key, money gone. Exterior streets, a few moments later. Tuckman limps forward. Clearly, TZ stomped on his ankle. Tuckman struggles to walk, using a wall for support. People pass him with concern. We follow him. Slowly applies pressure to his foot. It hurts, but he fights through the pain. Gradually, his limp disappears, until Tuckman is upright. His body language is determined, asserted, and tense. He's on a mission. Exterior, Tuckman's house later. Tuckman turns the corner. He's on the phone.
That's all I'm asking. Yeah. 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 I get it. I'm sorry. I am. My money and my gear, that's all. Do whatever you want with him. That's mine. Think about it. Call me back.
Tuckman hangs up, rummages in the soil outside the front door, digs up the dirt. Finding a key, he enters. We follow him. Interior, Tuckman's house continuous. Tuckman leads us into his bedroom. Dives underneath his bed, pulls out a shoebox, takes out what appears to be a left-footed trainer. Under that, wrapped in a towel, is a gun. We slowly zoom in on Tuckman. He takes the gun, kicks the shoebox under his bed, swiftly moves to the front door. Ring, 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 ring. Tuckman answers.
Yeah. Your brothers are in. You too. Sick. Right. Here's the plan.
He slams the door on us. Exterior, Lydia's house later. From across the estate, we see Tuckman pace toward us. He's frantic in his movement, moving towards the front door. Knock, knock. Knock, knock. Tuckman waits. The door bursts open. Lydia double takes, seeing Tuckman at her door, clearly expecting someone else, and softens her demeanor.
Hey, hi, sorry.
Expecting someone else.
Too many visitors. What's up? You okay?
Have you heard from H?
Isn't he home?
Didn't answer. Have you heard from him?
No.
Could you use your phone to call him? Why today?
Evie's asleep.
I'll be in and out.
Lydia hesitates. We tilt down behind Tuckman to find his gun.
In and out. Promise.
Okay. Be as quick as you can.
You're amazing.
Lydia heads inside. Tuckman follows. Exterior, Jones's car, moments later. TZ stands outside, smoking. We pan to find Vittoria still sat inside the car. She sat in silence, anxiously playing with her phone, her eyes red from crying. Then ring, 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 ring. Vittoria's phone rings. She answers it.
Joe?
She turns to TZ, rolls down her window.
It's Lydia.
TZ studies the phone, puzzled, shakes his head.
I know, it's still Victoria. Yeah, sorry, you don't.
Vittoria's words trail off into silence. Her silence catches TZ's attention. She hands the phone back to him.
It's important.
TZ takes the phone.
Yeah?
We hold on TZ as he listens to Lydia. His expression gradually changes from curious to concerned.
Is Tuckman there?
Vittoria becomes more attentive to the conversation.
Is he beside you? Just answer yes or no.
TZ inhales deeply.
Does he have a gun?
TZ lingers on, dreading her answer. A beat. Sigh of relief. TZ relaxes slightly.
Okay. Get yourself out of there. We're coming.
TZ hangs up, runs to his car.
Where is she?
Home.
They drive off. Interior living room, Lydia's house, at that moment. Tears roll down Lydia's face. The phone is taken out of her hands. We pan to see Tuckman's gun pointed at her. Her head.
He knows?
Lydia nods.
He's coming.
She nods again. Tuckman lowers his gun, turning his attention to Evie.
She looks like him. You should go.
Lydia picks up Evie.
Go. Go!
Lydia dashes for the front door. Exterior, council estate at that moment. Lydia sprints across the estate. She's disoriented. Spots Big H's house. Interior bedroom, Big H's house at that moment. Mellow hip-hop plays loudly as Big H packs a bag. It's half full. He's changed since the last time we saw him. Focused. Relaxed. With a purpose. We hear the faint sound of Lydia knocking at the door. Big H continues packing, opening drawers, folding clothes. We hear the knocking again. Big H angles his head. Was that? Shrugs it off, turning his back to packing. We hear it again. So does Big H. We follow him to the door. He opens it. Lydia wraps her arms around him, squeezing him tightly, almost knocking him over.
You're home.
What's up?
Lydia breaks down in the safety of his arms.
Yo, talk to me. What's going on?
Later, Lydia is sat on the sofa, still upset, fragile, and shaking. Beside her, asleep, is Evie.
I don't know.
Was he gonna hurt you?
I don't know. No.
He's still there?
Yeah.
Big H backs into his bedroom. Lydia follows, peering into Big H's room.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna talk him out of this.
I meant the bag.
Oh,
You leaving?
I deserve better.
Interior bedroom, continuous. We look down as Big H scurries under his bed, pulls out a shoebox, takes out the right-footed trainer, unwraps a towel, and takes out his gun.
Don't come near me with that. Just leave. Finish packing and go.
Big H slides the gun underneath his shirt.
Lock the door. Only open it when you hear my voice.
And if I don't?
Then call the police.
Lydia nods. Big H approaches her, both of them holding each other's gaze, falling into that familiar Mexican standoff of sexual tension.
Something exciting happened today.
What?
Are you ready?
Born ready.
You don't look ready.
What happened?
I got offered a new job.
Nice one.
It's in Scotland. I wasn't sure if I was going to take it.
You should.
Lydia smiles, agreeing.
I'm pleased for you.
Starts in September.
Look at you. You're a rock star.
Big H hugs her, tightly wrapping his arms around her. She nestles in. It seems to last forever. Big H pulls away, leaving Lydia standing alone. Interior, Lydia's house, moments later. Tuckman stands in the dark, practicing drawing and holstering his gun. He draws, aims the gun at one of Evie's toys, holsters. Draws, aims at another toy, holsters. Blam! The front door opens, banging against the wall. Tuckman draws his gun. On the ground by the front door, we see a shadow creep inside. Tuckman aims. Through the gun's rear sight, we see Big H poke his head around a corner.
It's me.
Shows Tuckman his empty palms.
Don't shoot, killer.
What do you want?
Big H tentatively approaches the living room. Interior living room, Lydia's house, continuous. Big H flicks the lights on. Tuckman perches on the sofa.
What are you doing?
Finishing this.
He's a father.
Don't cry about him.
I ain't crying.
You think he gives a shit?
Do you?
Bruh, nobody cares about no one.
Don't talk shit to me.
You come into this place alone, you die alone.
Fuck tea, fuck the gear, fuck everything. I'm packing a bag and I'm bouncing. Come with me.
Bullshit.
I'm serious.
Nah, bruv. You're a fucking liar.
Why would I lie?
Where is he?
Who?
Where's he at?
Tuckman draws his gun.
Whoa!
Tuckman presses the gun against Big H's head. Big H raises his hands.
Don't be so fucking paranoid.
Don't lie to me. Where is he?
Tuckman frisks Big H, finds his gun.
Gonna use this on me?
Talk.
Gonna shoot me?
I was...
Fuck!
Who are you, man?
Turn around.
Big H stands his ground.
Nah.
I ain't saying it twice.
If you're doing this, you look at me in the eyes.
Tuckman presses the gun between Big H's eyes. Both of them stare at each other.
Can't believe you do me like this.
Big H opens his arms, making himself vulnerable.
Tuck, you're lost. You know I ain't done nothing to you. I love you.
Big H leans into the gun.
But do what you gotta do.
Tuckman screams. Blam! The front door swings open again. The noise startles Tuckman and Big H. On the ground, a shadow makes its way into the house. Tuckman pushes Big H into the kitchen, gestures to keep quiet, tucking Big H's gun under his shirt.
Hide.
Big H ducks down out of sight. Tuckman hides against the way. The shadow gets closer. It's TZ. Interior, Big H's house at that moment. Lydia darts into the kitchen. From over her shoulder, we see Vittoria scan the estate before entering.
Shit.
She looks down at her phone, dials 999, contemplates calling. Interior, living room, Lydia's house at that moment. TZ gets closer. Tuckman waits for him. TZ's shadow getting closer and closer and closer. Interior kitchen at that moment. Big H peers over the table, angles his head at the shadow. Interior living room, Lydia's house at that moment. TZ's foot crosses the threshold. Tuckman presses his gun against his head.
Don't.
Whoosh! TZ grabs Tuckman and throws him on the sofa. They roll onto the floor, trading blows. Whack! Smack! Legs flying in the air. TZ pins Tuckman down. Smack! Smack! Rapid jabs to the face. Tuckman aims his gun at TZ, but he's outmuscled. TZ grabs Tuckman's hand. Whack! Whack against the floor, desperately trying to get Tuckman to release the gun. Whack! 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 Tuckman screams, unable to hold on to his gun anymore. It flies across the floor, stopping in front of Vittoria. She picks it up. Tuckman grabs TZ around the neck, but whack! TZ jabs him in the throat, releasing himself off Tuckman's grip. TZ towers over him, pinning him down to the ground by his shoes, choking Tuckman.
All this for your gear.
Tuckman can't speak.
Give it.
She looks at the gun, then to TZ.
Give it to me.
Vittoria looks down at Tuckman, then back to TZ.
Vittoria!
She shudders with the scream. Handing the gun back, TZ points it at Tuckman. Interior kitchen at that moment. Big H peers over the table, sees TZ aiming the gun. Interior living room at that moment. TZ wraps his finger around the trigger, pulls back, click. Pulls the trigger again. Click, 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 click. Nothing. Tuckman laughs as he climbs to his feet. TZ ejects the clip, empty. Then, smack. Tuckman punches TZ square in the face.
I ain't a killer, but I can't speak for them.
TZ looks at Vittoria, tears rolling down her face. Suddenly, 3 Italians, 40s, arrive, all of them backing Vittoria, staring at TZ.
Who's this?
For Jones.
Tuckman delves into TZ's pockets, pulls out the car keys.
H, come out.
TZ turns to see Big H creep out of the kitchen. He's very confused. Tuckman looks back to Vittoria.
Bags in the back.
TZ chuckles to himself. Tuckman moves to the exit.
I told you I'd in this.
Tuckman swiftly exits. Vittoria and all the Italians move in on TZ.
Don't touch me. Tuck! Tuckman!
Exterior, Council Estate, a few moments later. Tuckman strolls up to the car. Beep beep. Opens the boot. There is the black holdall. Tuckman unzips it. We take the perspective of the holdall, looking out the zipper. Tuckman peers inside, lets out a cheer. Interior, Lydia's house, moments later. We follow behind Tuckman as he re-enters, tightly holding the holdall. We pan to TZ, catching a glimpse of his bloody face as the Italians put a black bin bag over him.
Tuck, she's only 3.
Tuckman hands the keys back to Vittoria. Some cash, too.
I'm so sorry about James.
I know.
Where we taken?
I don't even know.
Fair.
Bring him.
TZ is dragged out of the house, followed by Vittoria, leaving Tuckman and Big H. Tuckman cheers again at the holdall. Interior living room, Big H's house, moments later. Lydia sits staring at the phone, her leg jittering, hand trembling. Knock, knock. Knock, knock. Lydia cautiously approaches the door.
Who is it?
It's H.
She quickly unlocks the door. To her shock, she sees Tuckman and Big H together.
It's cool. All good.
Big H steps inside. Tuckman remains outside. Big H puts his arm around Lydia. Tuckman watches on, with a longing expression, which he quickly snaps out of.
Yo,
Big H turns.
I'm gonna bounce.
Sick.
See you tomorrow?
Nah.
Tuckman nods, then walks away. Big H and Lydia watch him. Then,
What about tea?
we hold on Lydia as Big H whispers into her ear. Once he's finished, she delicately pulls him closer, resting her head on his. Fade to black. A long beat. Fade up. Interior, Tuckman's car, afternoon, months later. It's a beautiful day. The sun is high. Passing pedestrians look happy as they bathe in the sunlight. We find Tuckman cruising in his brand new car. Clearly put that money to good use. His clothes are designer. Sunglasses, Gucci, swag levels turned up to 11. His music cuts to ring ring, ring ring, ring ring. Tuckman answers it.
Talk to me.
We hear a male voice through the speakers. It's not Big H.
It's me.
Give me good news.
It's gone.
The whole lot.
You know it?
Tuckman cheers.
Yes, bruv. That's what I'm talking about. What did I say? What did I tell you?
Yeah.
Hey, I told you, didn't I tell you? Tuckman is always right.
Exterior, Council Estate. Moments later. We see Big H smoking a cigarette as he waits by the pavement. He checks his phone. Nothing. He glances passing cars. Nothing. After a beat, we hear the sound of Tuckman's car sound system getting closer. Big H turns, but doesn't acknowledge the car. Tuckman parks up, climbs out.
What you doing?
Waiting.
For what?
He remembers.
Shit. Is that today? I totally forgot.
No worries.
Tuckman spins to see a cab arrive.
Nah, fuck that. I'll still take ya.
It's already paid for.
Bruh.
Tuckman runs over, sticks his head through the driver's window.
Sorry. Change of plan. I'm gonna take them.
Tuckman opens his wallet, slips the driver some money,
For your troubles.
plus a generous tip. Tuckman looks up to see Big H helping Lydia and Evie with their suitcases.
You haven't seen this, have you?
He proudly parades his car.
Who needs a woman, right?
Tuckman opens the boot, helps Big H with the bags.
You got everything?
Have we?
Lydia looks into her bag.
We do.
Let's do this.
Big H helps Lydia and Evie into the car.
You ready?
Yeah.
Everyone climbs in. Interior, Tuckman's car, continuous. Big H examines the new car. He's
This
impressed.
is sick.
You know it. Wait till we hit the motorway.
Baby in the back.
Seatbelts.
Everyone locks themselves in. Tuckman turns the ignition, turns down the music, hits the accelerator and drives off. Exterior, motorway, later. We see Tuckman's car on the motorway. They're in the slow lane, keeping it under 60, driving sensibly. Interior, Tuckman's car at that moment. Everyone is silent. Evie is in the back seat, sleeping. Lydia looks out the window, as does Big H. Through the windscreen, we are focused on the approaching motorway sign, which says Airport. Tuckman clocks the sign and is hit with a wave of anxiety and dread. Exterior, pick-up, drop-off, airport, moments later. Cars are coming and going. Through the queue of cars, we see Tuckman's car crawl through and park up. Big H is first out. He helps Lydia with Evie, then gets out the bags. We pan to Tuckman, still in the car. Slowly gets out, helps Big H with the last bags. Once the bags are out, there's an awkward beat where everyone stares at each other, waiting for someone to speak first.
See ya then.
Lydia hugs Tuckman.
Take care, Tuckman.
You too.
Lydia turns to Evie.
Say goodbye.
Bye, Evie.
She shies away. Tuckman lifts his eyes to Big H, who opens his arms for a hug. Unable to do it, Tuckman shields himself and darts into the car. A beat. Big H turns to Lydia.
I'll meet you by the entrance.
Lydia nods, takes Evie, and wanders off. Big H turns his attention to the car and climbs in. Interior, Tuckman's car, continuous. Big H looks at Tuckman. He's purposely looking out the window. We hear the sound of him softly sniffling.
I'm sorry. I meant no disrespect. With everything.
Big H points to Tuckman's new car.
Tuck, look at you. You're ballin'.
Yeah. I'm,
Tuckman finally turns to Big H, tears rolling down his face. The sight of Tuckman crying gets Big H upset.
gonna miss you, man.
A beat. Big H wipes his eyes, lifts his fist. They fist bump one final time. Then he climbs out, slam, leaving Tuckman alone. He struggles to keep it together, wiping his teary eyes, looks into the rearview mirror and sees Big H join Lydia. He smiles, grabs his phone, scrolls through, hits dial. Ring, 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 ring.
Hello?
Yo, baby. What you saying?
Not much.
Is it? Well, you know I know how to look after you. Why don't you slide into your car and come meet me at mine?
Exterior airport entrance at that moment. Big H watches Tuckman's car drive away. Lydia wraps her arm around his waist, smiles, lovingly kisses her, picks up Evie, and they enter the airport.
Baby, 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 love me, love me, love me like I love you.
Baby, 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 love me, love me, love me like I love you.
We hold on them until the automatic door closes on us. Cut to black. The end.